Hi ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Jerville with a special type of episode, I guess we can call this. It's a bit of an unusual one. You're getting to see me on webcam and a bit of a weird layout. I was asked by a fellow YouTuber called Lord Brandy to collaborate on him with a video that he was making for Battlefield 1, the alpha that was not so long ago. Lord Brandy is another YouTuber. There'll be a link to his channel in the description below. I highly recommend you check out his channel. He does fantastic work and playthroughs and little guides on a number of games, both for the Xbox and PC and vice versa. Full of content, great guy. I've known him personally for a couple of years, so I'm a little bit biased because he's a friend of mine. Bit of a weird video that you're gonna have. We got together, we played Battlefield 1, we tried to record our exact game session together. There was a problem in the behind scenes of footage and file types and such. We lost that footage. So what's going to happen in this episode of the Why Play show is I get to interview Brandy based on our experience of the Battlefield 1 alpha with some footage of his playthrough from when he was playing in the Battlefield. So you are going to get to see footage. It's not, there's no trap here. You are going to get to see Battlefield 1 footage, and you're also going to hear our opinions of Battlefield 1 just in a second. I was just basically showing you that, what this video is about. I hope you enjoy this style of video, and if you do, please let me know in the comments section and I'll try and do more collaborations with YouTubers like this. If you yourself are a YouTuber, put a comment section below saying, I have some games that I'd like you to come and chat to me about, and I'll come video you and stuff. It would be great to do. This was a little hard to pull off because he wants to release his videos at a certain time, and because we're doing a collaboration, we were trying to both put them out there together, and I suck at video editing. I'm still using Microsoft Movie Maker. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video and what you're about to see, and I apologise for the horrific sort of scene switching into the gameplay. So good luck, and I'll see you after the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, so as I said earlier on, I'm being joined today by Lord Brandy, another YouTuber. I highly recommend you check his channel out. He's amazing at some of the gameplay footages that he puts out. So we are going to do a little bit of a talk over some gameplay footage of the Battlefield beta. So Brandy, what did you think?
Hello everyone, first of all. For me, to be honest with you, I really enjoyed the beta. I thought it was very, very well done. The map, well, we'll get onto that in a minute, but the map's probably the only part of the beta that I really didn't like. But the actual base, the way it plays, the way it feels, it felt like a proper war for me. So it just felt good.
Before we start with the actual ins and outs, is Battlefield, well, that's not your first Battlefield game, is it? You've played the others before.
I've played every single Battlefield game that's ever been out, and to be honest with you, the last couple of them, they seem to have lost the actual feel of a Battlefield. It feels more like a Call of Duty kind of thing with vehicles. But this one, it seems like they've actually got back to the ways of Battlefield, where you're more in a battle. Things are exploding around you. Everything's chaotic, because that's what battle is, isn't it? It's basically chaos.
Yeah.
It does feel a lot more good at
FPSs. I'm not very good at the FPSs, and I've never really been one for the Battlefield series. I had number 3. I didn't get number 4. I tried out this with you in the beta. I like it because I like that old style World War I stuff, and as you said, this did feel a little bit more like a battle than the normal FPS run and gun type of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what it's about, especially with squad gameplay on Battlefield. If you've got a decent bunch of lads on your team, even if you're rubbish at FPSs, because I mean, you've seen I can't shoot. You'll see during the video I can't shoot. But playing as a team, it doesn't matter if you can shoot properly, as long as you've got your team working together. No one will beat you if you've got 5 of you on your team.
Okay, so what did you think to the map itself then?
The map, for me, I don't know what you think, but for me, I personally feel they just made this map for the beta to kind of show off every single aspect of the game. I don't think it's very well put together, the map. I think it's basically just been created to be a map to show off all the different aspects of gameplay.
The map itself in the beta, I felt like, because they had a different one in the alpha, and I felt the one that they had in the alpha was much better than the beta, the open beta one.
Yeah, I think the alpha they put a lot more effort into it.
The alpha did put a lot more effort into it. The beta map, objectives were all just bunched up, and they had a huge environment that they could have spaced it round, and it felt, because all the objectives were in one place, it felt like you were only seeing like a quarter of the map, while the other half of the like 80% of the map was just left empty.
Yeah, I mean the majority of the map was just a desert, wasn't it? There wasn't anything going on in the desert. It was just that.
So
I mean,
I didn't like the beta because of that.
Yeah, I mean,
the
for
size
me,
of it was good.
yeah, once you got into the town, playing actually in the town, it was quite good running from building to building. But if you tried to go in for any of the objectives out of the town, you just got sniped. Because unfortunately, the way Battlefield works, if you give people a large open space, you'll get 10 to 15 snipers total on the map, just sat there, just picking you off as you run. So it kind of removes the thing of running between bases. I mean, World War I wasn't there obviously, but for me, I don't think they would have had that many snipers. Probably one. You'd be lucky if you saw one or two. I mean, the fact that you bob out of cover and you just see a load of little torchlight or little shining reflections off the mountain.
What did you think to the objectives on the map itself, like the names and how they'd space them out?
Oh, I thought they've done, for the objectives for me, they've done a really good job, because they've actually, instead of using the Alpha Bravo Charlie kind of thing, which is NATO's phonetic alphabet, they've actually used the phonetic alphabet that was used during the time. You've got like your apples, butter, Charlie objectives. They're all the proper names that they would have used at the time. I think on the beta map for me, they were all spread together. You had two on each side, and then the bulk in the middle, and then Objective E that was kind of pointless halfway across the map.
Off in the distance,
yeah.
That was sort of like, just forget about that one. No one wants that one.
Yeah, you pretty much, whoever took E at the start of the game stayed with Objective E, didn't they? Or not E, Objective Edward. The only times I ever went and captured Edward was when I was in a plane and I just flew around in circles on top of it. I never really bothered actually going to it. Or I just took out a plane. I took out a tank, and there was about 4 people in that. That was nicely done. I think, to be honest with you, I think that kill was a bit odd. I think I actually crashed into it and killed it by ramming it, which I'm fairly sure a plane wouldn't have done that. But, I don't know. As I said, I wasn't in World War I.
So, yeah, the objectives and the names, I felt that they've tried to make it feel authentic, and it did have that authentic feel to it. I just wish that there was like a class limit, because obviously Conquest, the map was rubbish for Conquest because of the snipers. It was literally just a sniper fest.
Yep, it's just snipers everywhere, wasn't it, really?
I felt we could have done something like what Chivalry or other games have done, where basically when you get into the squad combat, everyone has a set role, and it didn't have that. Like, you had quads, but it was just everyone could go sniper, and it was just too many snipers, and I didn't like the fact that you would be running and just like off from the distance to be 20 snipers at like Freddy all aiming at you.
Yeah, that's the thing. You'd run out of cover, or you'd stick your head up on a roof, and all you do is just bullets rattling past your head as all the snipers go, oh look, someone there. I mean, I think if they limited the snipers to maybe 1 sniper per squad, you'd be talking at most, probably 6-7 snipers on average then? 6 or 7 snipers per team is not too bad compared to... I mean, the sniper, I played the sniper, but as an assault class, I was using it in the middle of the city.
Yeah. I mean, how did you feel about squads in general, like, apart from the snipers and stuff, with the squads working and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I was enjoying the squads. I had a couple of issues with the squad where I couldn't actually spawn on the squad member because he was backed up into the corner of the building. I had another incident where I spawned on the roof. The guy was on the roof with me, and I spawned behind him and fell off the building to my death, which didn't really amuse me very much. But apart from that, the actual squad gameplay, being able to run with your teammates, it's quite clear where your teammates are, and I found the squads, as usual on Battlefield, they're pretty well done. They work well as a squad. Squads are pretty much what wins the battle. Like normally when we play, we've got a squad of 5.
What about the sound? What about the sound and feel of the game? How did you feel it? Because I have to say, like, sound effects are one of the hardest things in a computer game, and I definitely think they got the sounds and the feel of it was definitely like a World War I type of game.
Yeah, I mean, sounds for me, even when you're just fighting, just like not even paying attention to kind of the sounds, you don't tend to listen for the sounds, but as you're just playing the gameplay, if a helicopter, if a plane goes over the top of you, you hear it go past you, and you know where it's gone, and it sounds really good. You can hear the plane buzzing past you overhead, you can hear the rounds going off, you can hear buildings explosion, you can hear gunfire. It just, for me, it sounded great. Even during the sandstorms, all the sound that you could hear normally has been muffled, which was quite good, I thought.
No, I never got to do this because I don't think I actually ranked up in the beta because they're really bad at it. But what about customization and especially the pilot loadouts? How did you feel the customization was in Battlefield compared to the others?
For me, the only customization you could really do is on the vehicles, but the vehicles, it allowed you to customize, like the planes and stuff, you could customize them to have tank rounds and things on the front of them, which you would have been able to do, and it gives you kind of a more kind of focused aim with the vehicle, whereas normally, like the previous Battlefields, if you're in a plane, the whole gameplay would just be
that is it. It's just...
you basically you'd take off, fly in the air, get locked onto by a missile, spend the next minute avoiding that missile, then you'd turn around, get locked on by another missile, spend the next minute avoiding that missile, and keep going at that. Whereas this time, if you customise your plane to actually be used for taking out vehicles or taking out air targets, if you've got 2 of you doing it, one doing ground, one doing air, it works very, very well for keeping it done. Same with the tanks, you can customise them to actually be the loadouts you need. Something that I found really great, which they've done with the plane classes, when you actually spawn as a pilot, you can't spawn as a class, so you can't spawn as a sniper, say, in the plane, because what was happening on previous battlefields is people would instantly take off in the plane, fly to the top of the tallest building with a sniper rifle, parachute out of said plane, ruining the plane basically for the next person for the next couple of minutes, and just sit on the roof. But for me, the fact that the loadouts are restricted for pilots is great, because it means you can't just take the plane just for the sake of using it as a lift. You've actually got to take the plane if you're planning on using the plane. If you jump out the plane, it's pointless. Class is completely rubbish for fighting.
So the customizations there and stuff. Now I haven't pre-ordered the game, but I know you have.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, why are you looking forward to Battlefield then when it launches?
Well, for me, I've always liked your first-person shooters, and I've especially always liked the Great War and the World War II. I think the modern military shooter kind of things, they've all kind of got a bit boring and a bit repetitive. Like you got pretty much after COD 4, they've all gone the same way and it's all gone the same thing. But this one, I think it's just the feel of it. It's going back to what Call of Duty used to be from Call of Duty 3. Battlefield's never done an old style one, which I think they're going to do really well for what it is, and it's actually already installed on my Xbox, ready to play. Great.
well, there you go. Well, thanks for joining me. And as I say, check out Lord Brandy. He's an amazing YouTuber, and he's got lots more content. That's it.
Yep. Thanks, Falcos, and I'll hopefully we'll join up again, do some more videos.
So we're back after that. So thank you for sticking around, if you have stuck around, for the whole of this video of the White Play Show. Just want to give a huge shout out to Lord Brandy. Thank you so much for doing this video with me and giving me the chance to work with you on it. I had really good fun doing it. If you liked this video, then as always, ladies and gentlemen, please like, favourite and subscribe. Not just my channel, but Mr. Brandy's as well. As I say, he's a great YouTuber and definitely deserves a follow and a like from you. As always, if you didn't like this video, please leave a thumbs down in the thumb section on YouTube. You know the section to click. And a little comment saying why you did not like my videos. I need to know this, people. If you just leave me thumbs down and don't tell me what's wrong with them, I'm never going to get better. But if you give me your opinion, no matter how brutal it may be, well, I can only improve from it, can't I? So, as always, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did like this type of style of video, I'm going to leave a Google document in the description, which will allow you to ask me a game to play, tell me your name, and if you want to get in touch with me to do collaborations, then that will be in the Google document as well. So it's a little bit of a survey. I hate to say the word surveys because we all hate them. It's a little bit of interaction between me and you, the viewer, to sort of gauge what type of games you want to play. Do you want me to play new games, or are you happy watching me review some like random games from my Steam library? I won't take up any more of your time because I think we're going over the 30-minute marker. If you do like this style of video, please let me know, and I'll continue to do videos before the actual putting on the YouTube. As always, like, favourite and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video of the White Play Show.